G'day mate, welcome to Mind Team. This is Chloe. We're together, falling in love with our true selves. Today, we're talking about mirror psychology. Basically, how we see others often reflects our own inner world. Have you noticed how someone's action seems off or uncomfortable? But it might actually be something inside you. Let's explore why what we see in others is often just a reflection of ourselves. Take Michael Jordan. Sometimes, when teammates didn't perform in key moments, he got frustrated. But a lot of that frustration came from his own drive to win and high standards. Jordan was obsessed with success. And when his teammates didn't meet his expectations, his reaction was tied to his own fear of failure. He'd been through setbacks before, and that pushed him to expect more from others, projecting his own unresolved emotions onto them. In TV shows like Friends, Ross often gets obsessed with Rachel's actions, like her career choices or hanging out with other guys. He feels frustrated and anxious, but really, it's his high expectations and fear of losing her that being projected. His fear of losing Rachel makes him see her behavior through a biased lens rather than understanding her perspective. The projection structure in mirror psychology shows why we project our feelings and fears onto others. It's often unconscious, and we don't realize we are reflecting our inner world through them. Imagine how you feel about a boss who delays decisions and works slowly. You might get frustrated, but have you ever thought that maybe you procrastinated too? Especially when things are uncertain. Your rejection to your boss might actually be a projection of your own unresolved issue with procrastination. You are projecting your own anxiety and delay onto their behavior, instead of reflecting on how you act in similar situations. Projection is also common in cross-cultural communication. For example, when working with a foreign colleague, you might find them cold or impolite, not understanding their behavior. This misunderstanding often comes from cultural biases. If you're used to expressing emotions directly in your culture, you may wrongly project that stand onto them, ignoring their cultural background and way of communication. Once we understand mirror psychology and projection mechanism behind it, we can take steps to recognize and avoid unconscious projection. Here are some practical methods to help us achieve self-awareness and adjust. When you feel strong emotions, ask yourself, why do I feel this way? Is this really about them, or is it something in me? Like, if you think a colleague is selfish, think, have I felt the same? Did I expect too much? This helps you spot your own projections and not overreact to others. Often, our negative emotions towards others come from parts of ourselves we can't accept. Criticizing others is usually a way to avoid facing our own issues. For example, you might call someone lazy without realizing you have your own procrastination habits. Self-acceptance helps us face our flaws and reduce harsh judgments of others. A good way to do this is through self-forgiveness, accepting our imperfections, and recognizing that we are all growing. Mirror projection can blur boundaries between us and others. When we project our own expectations onto others, we might forget they have their own needs. To avoid this, we need to respect their feelings and set clear boundaries. For example, at work, respect your colleagues' way of doing things instead of imposing your own standards. Mirror psychology not only helps us understand others better, but also helps us understand ourselves more deeply. It reminds us that many issues in relationships often stem from emotions we can't face or accept. Through projection, we might temporarily avoid self-reflection, but this avoidance often leads us into deeper problems. When we start facing our emotions and accepting our inner darkness, we can reduce the impact of projection on others, leading to healthier relationships. This process is not only essential for psychological growth, but also the foundation for better interactions with others. Through mirror psychology, we learn to see others from within and understand ourselves better. It shows us that many conflicts in relationships might not be caused by others, but by our own emotional projections. Once we realize this, we can handle relationships more rationally, avoid unnecessary conflicts, and grow from the experience. By practicing continuing self-awareness, acceptance, and respect for others, we can achieve personal growth and navigate complex interactions with ease, building more harmonious relationships. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell for updates on latest content and psychology insights. Thanks for watching and stay tuned. See ya!